Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE's biggest annual extravaganza, WrestleMania, is just 2 weeks away, and the excitement of fans is at its peak. Triple H has stacked the card with some incredible matches involving heated rivalries and feuds from both rosters. The latest episode of SmackDown saw the feuds and storylines shift gears ahead of the grand spectacle. A huge inter-brand gauntlet match for the Women's Tag Team Championship will take place on the upcoming episode of SmackDown. The game has seemingly given away a big spoiler related to a current champion's future. Triple H may have subtly confirmed that Lyra Valkyria won't defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship at the show of shows. Several tag teams from both Raw and SmackDown will be competing in the #1 contenders match, and the winner will get a shot at the women's tag team title at WrestleMania 41. Surprisingly, Lyra Valkyria and Bayley will be one of those teams who be participating in that gauntlet match. The fact that Valkyria is going after the tag titles rather than building a feud for her Intercontinental Championship tells a lot. This move seemingly indicates that her coveted title won't be defended at Mania. Instead, WWE may have plans to inject her into the women's tag team title picture at the Showcase of the Immortals. Another very obvious reason why the women's Intercontinental title match may not happen at WrestleMania is Lyra Valkyria's recent booking. Ever since she captured the coveted title, Triple H has failed to put her in any prominent storyline. The 28-year-old has been defending her title on Raw against random opponents without any proper feud. It won't be an exaggeration to say that WWE has also failed to accentuate the women's mid-card division on Raw. The lack of a good storyline has somewhat hindered Valkyria's potential title plans. Hence, the company may have no other choice but to pair her with Bayley and put her in the tag team division on the road to WrestleMania. The upcoming episode of SmackDown will be the penultimate episode of the show before WrestleMania 41. Even if Lyra Valkyria fails to win the gauntlet match with Bayley, her future will still be uncertain. It is because WWE will have only one episode of Raw left before Mania. A single episode won't be adequate to build a feud for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. The creative team had every opportunity to do that when there was time. However, Triple H not pulling the trigger means only one thing. The company is currently not contemplating the direction of Valkyria's championship. In the world of professional wrestling, the art of storytelling goes far beyond the matches themselves. It's about creating suspense, drawing in the audience, and keeping them on the edge of their seats. The WWE, particularly with its flagship programs like Monday Night Raw, has perfected this art, and its creative minds are known for dropping subtle hints that eventually lead to explosive moments. One such mind that has been central to this process for years is Triple H, who has seamlessly transitioned from wrestler to behind-the-scenes architect of WWE's programming. Over the years, fans have come to understand that Triple H, more than any other figure, knows how to create buzz and anticipation through carefully orchestrated moments, especially when it comes to the grand spectacle of WrestleMania. His experience as a performer and his role as WWE's Executive Vice President of Global Talent Strategy and Development mean that any mention of him can carry significant weight, especially when it comes to major storylines leading into WrestleMania. In recent weeks, fans have begun speculating about a potential spoiler related to WWE Raw Champion and who might face them at the biggest event of the year. Many believe that Triple H, whether intentionally or not, has subtly leaked a major spoiler about this matchup. This leak, albeit through a series of cryptic comments, backstage occurrences, and social media interactions, may have provided us with the most significant hint regarding the WrestleMania main event for the Raw Champion. 1. The subtleties. Triple H, known for his masterful ability to play with the audience's expectations, has long been a proponent of allowing the crowd to feel they are in on the joke. He is a man who can turn a whisper into a roar, and many fans believe that his recent behavior has offered the clearest of clues for what is to come at WrestleMania 39. On an episode of Monday Night Raw, Triple H made an offhand remark that was quickly dismissed by many, but astute viewers caught it. During a backstage interview, the Raw champion was discussing their readiness for the upcoming Royal Rumble, with their opponent for WrestleMania still a mystery. Triple H, standing nearby, was caught commenting, "Some champions don't always get to choose their destiny. Sometimes it's made for them." While this line could have easily been brushed off, it seemed unusually pointed. The Raw champion, who had been dominating the brand, looked momentarily taken aback, as though something clicked. Triple H's words were a classic example of a subtle yet deliberate hint. The use of the phrase "made for them" suggested that a major event, or even a storyline, was already set in motion, beyond what fans or wrestlers could control. Triple H's words felt more like a whisper of something bigger to come. It was almost as if he was implying that the outcome of WrestleMania had been set up long before the match even took place. 2. Social media and the puzzle pieces. While WWE has always controlled the narrative with its on-screen content, Triple H has also started dropping cryptic messages on his social media platforms, often as part of his character evolution in recent years. A tweet sent by the WWE executive in the lead-up to WrestleMania caused significant fan buzz. The post simply read, "Some stories write themselves, while others need a little extra ink to finish. #WrestleMania, #the game." Many fans initially shrugged it off as another Triple H self-promoting message. However, taking into consideration his role behind the scenes and his growing influence over WWE's creative direction, it was impossible to ignore the possibility that this tweet was meant to nudge fans towards something much larger. The hashtag the game seemed to hint at Triple H's involvement, but at a much deeper level. The use of the word ink is particularly intriguing. It's almost like a callback to his own battles, the wars, and the stories that have been written about him over the years. It's as if he's trying to tell fans that there's a larger narrative coming, one that is not entirely in the hands of the Raw champion, but instead written into the fabric of WWE's future. 3. Triple H's history with chosen ones. Triple H has long been a figure that represents the top of the mountain in professional wrestling. He is no stranger to being positioned as a chosen one himself, as seen in his rise to power, his dominance in the Attitude Era, and his relationship with WWE Chairman Vince McMahon. The idea of someone being the chosen one has been a recurring theme in WWE's history, and Triple H has frequently used this concept to elevate talent or create a narrative that fans could latch onto. One of the most notable examples of Triple H positioning someone as a chosen one occurred during 2015, when Roman Reigns was pushed as the next top star, despite backlash from fans. However, over time, Reigns would evolve into one of WWE's most dominant forces, particularly in his current reign as Universal Champion. Taking this into account, many fans believe that the current WWE Raw Champion could be in a similar situation. This champion has been positioned as the face of the brand, yet there has been increasing speculation about a change in direction for WrestleMania 39. Fans were particularly interested in Triple H's interview on WWE.com, where he spoke about the importance of creating new stars, even when old ones still had the spotlight. He stated, "The audience wants fresh faces, fresh opportunities, and they want to see someone who has earned their place at the top. Sometimes those fresh faces are the ones who push the envelope the hardest. WrestleMania is the ultimate proving ground for that." The line, while seemingly focused on WWE's overall strategy, pointed to the notion that WrestleMania is meant for someone who will seize the moment, someone who will make an impact that lasts for years. This sentiment aligns perfectly with the theory that WWE Raw Champion is destined to face an unexpected challenger, someone who will rise to the occasion and take that next step to superstardom. 4. Triple H's handling of the Raw Championship situation. The way Triple H has structured the Raw Championship storyline also gives further credence to the theory that he has already planted the seeds for a major spoiler. For weeks, there have been rumblings about a fatal four-way match or multi-man contest for the Raw Championship at WrestleMania, which would see multiple superstars competing for the prestigious title. Triple H, known for orchestrating such high-stakes matches at the grandest stage, has been shaping up a series of rivalries on Monday Night Raw. Several top talents have begun aligning themselves in preparation for a collision at the biggest event of the year, making it appear that there are several directions the storyline could go in. However, in the weeks leading up to the show, it became clear that one particular name kept popping up across segments. This name was Cody Rhodes, a superstar who had been steadily climbing the ranks since his return to WWE. Cody Rhodes' journey to the top. Cody Rhodes had been at the center of WWE's focus for several months, and his rise mirrored that of previous chosen ones. Fans began to speculate that Triple H was positioning Rhodes for a major showdown with the Raw champion at WrestleMania. Cody's return was met with a mixture of excitement and curiosity. He had already built a legacy in the industry, first as a member of Legacy, later as a key figure in AEW, and now as someone who was quickly becoming a favorite among WWE fans. Triple H himself seemed to have shown more interest in Cody's story than any other, going so far as to say in an interview, "Cody's return was one of the most impactful moments of the year. He's someone who has gone on a journey, reinvented himself, and come back stronger. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him break through at WrestleMania." Triple H's admiration for Rhodes was evident. The mere mention of Cody in this context raised eyebrows and set the wheels in motion for the speculation to take root. As Cody Rhodes continued to rise on Raw, it seemed more and more likely that he would be the one to face the Raw champion at WrestleMania, a match that would undoubtedly be a centerpiece of the show. 5. The major spoiler, Cody Rhodes versus Raw champion at WrestleMania. After weeks of cryptic social media posts, subtle remarks, and backstage teasers, it became abundantly clear to many that Triple H had been orchestrating the ultimate surprise for WrestleMania 39. The major spoiler was, in fact, Cody Rhodes versus the Raw champion at WrestleMania. The narrative surrounding Cody's return, his intense journey, and his eventual climb to the top all pointed toward one thing. He was on a collision course with the current champion. Whether it was Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, or even Roman Reigns, the match had become inevitable, and Triple H's subtle hints over time had all but confirmed it. This carefully constructed storyline, built with subtlety and finesse by Triple H, had successfully generated the perfect amount of intrigue. Fans were left questioning whether Cody Rhodes would complete his redemption arc and capture the Raw Championship at WrestleMania. If the spoiler had been subtle, the impact was anything but. In the end, Triple H's mastery of storytelling, whether intentional or not, had ensured that WrestleMania 39 would be one for the ages. Fans would finally get to see the culmination of a long and hard-fought journey for Cody Rhodes, and Triple H's fingerprints would be all over the storyline. The game had once again proven his genius, and WrestleMania would never be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.